Conor McGregor is a true legend, but becoming the world's highest paid athlete in 2021 wasn't easy. Conor, also known as the Notorious, had to overcome multiple challenges, including bullying, a job he hated, and a lack of support from his parents. Let's see how he predicted his success in a fight with his father.
Father was concerned I was just fighting in a cage and with no career.
How he's doing after his recent devastating loss.
We build ourselves back and we come back better than ever.
And what made him call his boat the 188. 5 years ago, McGregor became the first mixed martial artist to get on Forbes' list of the 100 highest paid athletes. And this year, he got to first place after earning a reported $180 million in 1 year. Impressive, right? Conor's net worth is currently said to be $200 million, so he can certainly afford the best and most expensive houses, cars, and presents for his loved ones. We'll get back to that later, and also tell you what other sources of income he has, apart from his fights. And meanwhile, you should know it wasn't always like this for him. McGregor grew up in a working-class family. He was teased and bullied by other kids. That was actually why he became fascinated with boxing in the first place.
I felt like I needed to be able to defend myself.
Yep, that's right. Even the legendary McGregor had to deal with troubles at school. I bet his offenders are too afraid to meet his eye now. Anyway, young Conor was also into football, but he quickly realized that he wanted to do boxing more.
Kicking a ball straight into a net is pretty cool, but what happens if someone runs up behind me and hits me 2 shots into the mouth?
According to his own words, he became obsessed with fighting, but he had to work as an apprentice plumber for 12 hours a day, and it wasn't the most pleasant thing to do. McGregor recalled, "I was waking up at 5 a.m. and walking in the dark, freezing cold until I reached the motorway and waited for a guy I didn't even know to take me to the site."
I certainly didn't work hard in the plumbing game because I wasn't obsessed.
So one day, he realized that he'd had enough. Since McGregor's parents wanted him to continue his plumbing career, they were shocked that he wanted to quit and start training full-time.
I'm never going to go back to that site another day in my life, and then all hell broke loose.
Although McGregor was determined, fighting sounded like a bunch of nonsense to his folks. A long argument ensued, and then Conor said something intriguing to his father. He said that his old man would be sorry about his words in the future. "I remember saying, at 25 years of age, I'll be a self-made millionaire, and my father laughed at me," the Notorious once recalled. And you know what? He was only a year late because he became a millionaire at 26. So who's laughing now? A lot of Conor McGregor's fights became legendary and record-breaking. He had the fastest finish ever in the history of UFC when it took him only 13 seconds to take down his opponent, Jose Aldo. Conor earned the Performance of the Night bonus as well as $12 million for that fight. And later, Notorious would get anywhere between $25 and $50 million for a single match. Even failures didn't set him back. After his first loss in the UFC, all he had to say was that his opponent was better than him. "I was inefficient with my energy. It was a battle of energy and he got the better of that." McGregor commented about the fight.
I will not make excuses for it. I will assess it and come back.
And you might be wondering how he reacted to his most recent loss and crushing leg injury? Well, it looks like he's more ready than ever to fight again. After a 3-hour surgery on his leg, McGregor posted a video on Twitter where he shared that he feels tremendous.
We got 6 weeks on a crutch now, and then we begin to build back.
And what's more, it looks like he thinks that his opponent, Dustin Poirier, shouldn't have won that match.
Yeah, no, Dustin, you can celebrate that illegitimate win all you want, but you've done nothing in there. That second round would have shown all.
From what we've seen, it's safe to say that it's not over, and we'll see more of McGregor on the octagon. After all, it takes a lot of will and determination to start from nothing and turn into a self-made millionaire in a matter of years. And while we're anticipating McGregor's full recovery, let's see what other ways he makes his money. Conor has quite a few endorsements in business ventures. For example, the UFC champion makes money from deals with Beats by Dre, Monster Energy, Reebok, Bud Light, and even Burger King. Besides, Conor also has a partnership with tailoring brand David August. Together, they created a brand titled August McGregor that makes suits for millennials. But the fighter's most successful venture is Proper No. 12 Irish Whiskey, a distilled brand he launched in 2018. Its whiskey is now available in 8 countries, including the US, and it makes Conor happy that he's recognized not only as an athlete, but also as a businessman now. You're probably wondering what he does with all this money. The first thing Conor did when he became a multi-millionaire in 2015 was invite his parents over for a very special dinner. He didn't use it to smack it in his father's face that he was right years ago. No, he's better than that. Conor told his parents that he'd handle every single bill they had so they could retire and relax for the rest of their lives. And he also presented both of them with a BMW. But considering his own fleet of luxury cars, this is nothing. McGregor's favorite brand is Lamborghini, and he has 3 of them in his collection. He also owns BMWs, McLarens, as well as a Rolls-Royce Phantom, the most expensive Rolls-Royce that costs almost $500,000. Overall, there are 15 cars in his garage. McGregor keeps all of them in his $2.4 million mansion in Dublin, Ireland. He lives there with his longtime girlfriend and fiancée, Dee Devlin, as well as their 3 kids. Other than that, he has a house in Spain that costs $1.7 million and features a customized gym, full spa, a huge pool he can access from his bedroom, and an LED-lit driveway. And he also owns an impressive $2.9 million mansion in Las Vegas. It has as many as 6 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, a huge game room, an elevator that opens right into his suite, and of course, a state-of-the-art gym, where the UFC champion spent a year training. McGregor is also into luxury watches, at least one of which costs over $1 million. The Notorious has a large collection of them for himself, as well as for his fiancée. Speaking of her, earlier this year, Conor proposed to his girlfriend, and they showed off her huge diamond ring on Instagram. We don't know the exact cost of this piece of jewelry, but experts say that it's definitely a 6-figure amount. We wouldn't expect any less from McGregor, right? Other luxury things the Notorious owns include a private jet that costs anywhere between $16 and $30 million, as well as a $3.5 million yacht. And he also has a boat that he named the 188. Weird name, right? But there's a story behind it. When Conor won his first MMA match, he also took home the Knockout of the Night award, along with $60,000 that came with it. Funnily enough, just a week before that, Conor got a welfare check for €188 that was supposed to help him get by. What irony, right? That's why when McGregor purchased a boat, he named it the 188. He did it so he'd always remember those checks. Needless to say, Conor's determination and diligence will never fail to amaze us, no matter if he wins or loses.
Work hard, put in the time, you will succeed, and that is a philosophy that I carry.
I hope this success story encourages you to believe in yourself and keep working, because it's all you have to do to make it big and earn a fortune too. Just remember to stay awesome.